It's an evening that promises more than just music. It's a journey through time, a celebration of friendship, and a tribute to a legend whose absence echoes even in his presence. Tonight, Brian May walks onto the stage at the O2 Arena in London, not just as a guitarist, but as a storyteller. A keeper of memories and a friend who is ready to share stories and songs about a bond that defied time and touched the hearts of millions. As the stadium fills with excited chatter, the anticipation is palpable. Every seat is taken, every eye is watching. There are thousands of hands, each holding a story, each connected to a memory of Queen. But tonight is different. It's not just a concert. It's a tribute, a remembrance, a love letter to a friend. This isn't your typical rock concert. This is a gathering of friends, of kindred spirits, and of those who feel the pull of a timeless bond. And then there's Freddie Mercury, or rather the memory of Freddie Mercury, whose presence hovers over the arena like a half-remembered dream. Despite his absence, he's here in spirit, in the music, and in the shared memories of those who loved him. In the dimmed lights of the London Stadium, Brian finds solace in the familiar weight of his guitar. He strums softly, coaxing out the opening chords of Love of My Life. And in that moment, something extraordinary happens. The music weaves its magic, and the crowd is transported. They remember when they first heard Queen, when Freddie's voice exploded from their radios, filling their bedrooms and living rooms. They recall dancing at school discos to the pulsating beat of Another One Bites the Dust. They think of belting out We Will Rock You with friends, their voices hoarse from singing along to every word. In that moment, age doesn't matter. Backgrounds fade away, and there's only the music, the memory, and the shared experience of a lifetime. As Brian sings, his eyes close, surrendering to the melody. He doesn't just sing the notes, he embodies them, becoming one with the music, becoming one with the memory. The years melt away, and Brian is back in his element, playing for the sheer joy of it, for the love of the music, and for the memory of a dear friend. But this is not a solo performance. This is a conversation across time, a duet between the living and the dearly departed. And soon, Freddie's voice rings out, powerful, playful, and filled with that unmistakable flair. From the speakers, it seems as if Freddie has stepped out of the past, joining Brian in an ethereal harmony. It's a ghostly echo of their glory days, a whisper from beyond the grave. The audience watches, mesmerized, as Brian reacts to Freddie's voice, turning toward the speakers as if surprised, as if overjoyed to hear his friend's voice once more. Their voices intertwine, weaving a tapestry of sound that pulls at the heartstrings. Brian's soft, gentle voice complements Freddie's booming confidence, creating a balance of tenderness and power. The stadium becomes a sea of swaying heads, each person lost in the music, each heart pounding with emotion. As Love of My Life swells, the visuals come to life on the screens flanking the stage. Images of Freddie, vibrant and full of life, dance across the surface, reminding the audience of the man behind the myth. There's Freddie joking with the band, Freddie commanding the stage, Freddie being simply Freddie. The images are a lifeline to the past, a tangible connection to an era when Queen ruled the airwaves. And Freddie was the undisputed king of showmanship. But it's not just the music that stirs the crowd. It's the stories, the anecdotes, the memories that Brian shares between songs. These moments add depth, texture, and a sense of intimacy to the performance, transforming it from a concert into a personal journey. The crowd listens intently, hanging on every word, eager to connect not just to Freddie, but to Brian's own experiences. In one particularly touching moment, Brian recalls an instance when Freddie surprised him with an unexpected act of kindness. It's a simple story, but it captures the essence of their friendship. The audience laughs, they cry, they reminisce, and most importantly, they feel connected. Connected to the music, connected to the memory of Freddie, and connected to each other. This is more than a concert. It's a shared experience, a communal outpouring of love and remembrance. And as the night draws to a close, the audience understands why this bond remains strong. They've witnessed the genuine affection between Brian and Freddie, the deep respect, the unwavering support, and the profound impact their friendship had on both their lives and the world of music. Brian closes his eyes, raising his guitar in a final salute. The music fades, leaving behind a hush that is thicker than any applause could ever be. Then it comes, a thunderous ovation, a standing ovation. Thousands of voices join together, chanting, "Freddie, Freddie, Freddie." The noise reverberates through the stadium, echoing the sentiment that Brian and Freddie's music and friendship have touched every corner of the globe. This night is a triumph of friendship, music, and the enduring power of memory. It's a celebration of a bond that defied the boundaries of life and death. Brian May takes a final bow, tears glistening in his eyes, overwhelmed by the love and appreciation that surrounds him. In that moment, he understands that he's not just saying goodbye to his fans, he's saying goodbye to a chapter in his life. A chapter filled with laughter, creativity, and the kind of friendship that only comes once in a lifetime. As the crowd disperses, their voices still ringing with the echoes of "Love of My Life." Each person carries a piece of the magic with them. Some hum the tune, some discuss the highlights, and some simply walk a little taller. Their hearts a little heavier and their spirits a little brighter. The audience leaves the stadium transformed. The music has touched them deeply, stirring emotions they didn't know they had. They're filled with a sense of community, having shared an experience that transcends the ordinary. This wasn't just a concert. It was a journey into the heart of Queen, a peek into the soul of Freddie Mercury, and a celebration of the unique bond shared between Brian May and his lifelong friend. Brian returns to his dressing room, the roar of the crowd still echoing in his ears. He removes his guitar, its familiar weight suddenly alien in his hands. As he sets it down, a smile touches his lips, a smile tinged with sadness, nostalgia, and above all, love. In the quiet solitude of the room, he hears the phantom strains of "Love of My Life," sees the spectral image of Freddie on the wall, and feels the ghost of their friendship brush against his cheek. He thinks of all the nights like this one, all the songs they played, all the laughter they shared. He remembers the early days, the struggles, the triumphs, and the endless nights of music and camaraderie. In the silence of the room, surrounded by the ghosts of memories, Brian feels a sense of peace. He knows that Freddie would have been here with him, sharing stories, making jokes, and belting out tunes until their voices were hoarse. But Brian also knows that Freddie is here in spirit, in the music, and in the hearts of their fans. The final notes of "Love of My Life" still resonate in the vast emptiness of the stadium. The crowd has long dispersed, leaving behind only whispers and echoes. But in the silence, the music continues to play, carried on the wind, weaving its way through the city, touching the lives of those who never witnessed this magical performance. For somewhere, somehow, the music of Queen lives on, uniting hearts, bridging generations, and keeping the memory of Freddie Mercury alive. In the grand tapestry of music history, Queen and Freddie Mercury shine as beacons of brilliance, innovation, and sheer showmanship. And at the heart of it all, Brian May emerges not just as a gifted guitarist, but as a storyteller, a keeper of memories, and a friend who continues to honor the extraordinary bond he shared with Freddie. The love, the laughter, and the music continue to echo, ensuring that the spirit of Freddie Mercury lives on in every chord, in every lyric, and in every encore.